Hello everybody, it's your boy Champ back with another upload for the vlog series, Champ's Epic Road to Recovery. It's been a while. I know it's been a while, but it's been very, very hectic here in my household. My wife being extremely sick, taking her to ER about 3 different times, and then my son, our 7-month-old son, getting sick. My wife, we ended up taking her to ER. I think it was a week ago. We ended up taking her Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. And it's kind of frustrating, but the answer that we got on Sunday, we really wish that they would have paid attention to our complaints on Friday or Saturday. Come to find out, we got our answer on Sunday, but come to find out, she had, we knew her finger was infected. So on Friday, they ended up cutting her finger, not off, but they ended up cutting her finger open, and just seeing her in pain with that, because they tried to numb her hand, but they didn't do anything. So she felt everything in her finger when they were cutting open, and it just made me feel horrible just seeing her screaming in pain. But they had to drain the pus out, and they had to do a culture of that and test that. And we didn't get a call back for that test, surprisingly. And then her tonsils actually on, I think she's at the right side. Everything was white, and she, come to find out, years ago she was actually suggested to actually get her tonsils removed. Because I guess she has like caves or holes in her tonsils, so she has a higher chance of getting like an infection in her tonsils. But so she had an infection in her tonsils or throat, and then coming to find out she had just a little bit, not much, but just a very tad bit of MRSA in her finger. So she's been on just tons of antibiotics, and she was like extremely sick, just throwing up like crazy and just dehydrated. So they ended up putting her on IV on Sunday. Actually, yeah, it was actually a week ago, not this past week, but a week ago. So just she was on IV, and then this has been bad. So she's been on a lot of antibiotics, and then she's doing extremely great now, way better. But then our 7-month-old, we end up waking up, and then his lips were white and his tongue was white, and my wife was correct. She called it. She said, I think he has thrush. So we ended up taking him in the same day, and come to find out he has thrush. So now our 7-month-old is on antibiotics, and now we have to at the end of every night we have to boil his bottles and wipe his toys down with like Lysol wipes and spray, and just wipe everything down at the end of the night so the infection wouldn't spread. So he's on like this liquid type of antibiotic where we have to put it in each side of his cheeks, 1 milliliter on each side of his mouth, and then we have to take like Q-tip and put it on his lips and his tongue, and we have to do that for about 10 days. So that sucks. But obviously when my wife was sick, everything was left up to me. So obviously I can't be doing a lot of lifting and bending over and stuff, but things got to get done around the household. And so a lot of the taking the garbage out to the dumpster, which is not close to our apartment, and doing laundry and doing dishes and vacuuming, dusting, all that stuff. Things around the house. I had keep a clean and maintained house. Everything was left up to me, so it really took a toll on me. It took a toll on my back, obviously. But I'm so glad that she's so much better now, 110%. And she's just, obviously she helped around the house, but she's just doing so much better around the house. She's just doing great. I'm so happy. But today my back is extremely sore, man. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It just feels like, and these are my symptoms I'm having now. Actually, hold on. I have to kneel down. It's too much pressure. I can't sit down for long periods of time. I can't stand for long periods of time. It feels like just my back, it starts to get really stiff. It gets extremely stiff. It gets really tight. It feels like somebody's actually standing on my lower back. Even just bending over, picking, something falls on the ground. Obviously I'm here by myself, so I have to grab it. Just picking things off the ground it starts to ache so much. Only time my back really feels better is when I take my pain medication and my muscle relaxer and I'm laying down, or if I'm sitting on one of our recliners or the couch. That's because it has so much cushion. That's when only time it feels better. And we actually took our son to the doctor, to get his infection on his mouth, checked out. I couldn't sit in the chair for long. The chairs actually have no cushion on them, so I had to stand, and I was kneeling, and it's just I can't sit on areas where it's not that much cushion for a long time because it starts to hurt my back, and then it starts to like I can feel it radiating in my tailbone and everything, and just I don't know, it sucks. It's depressing, you know, being in the house all day and just I don't know, not be able to go back to work and, you know, help take care of the family. Granted, I am on short-term disability, so I am getting paid. It's just it sucks, you know. I want to be able to get out the house and do things, but I don't know. Samantha actually dropped a question in one of the videos about the insurance and how long it'd take to schedule. So if I remember correctly, Samantha, it didn't take that long. Obviously, everybody's insurance is different, and going through the approval is different for everybody. It took me a couple weeks for my insurance to approve it. And it was a few weeks for my pre-op. I had to do 2 different pre-ops. It took a couple weeks for that to get set up. And we set my surgery out for, I think, after everything was settled, I think we set everything out for a couple months for my surgery because we wanted my wife to be able to use PTO to help take care of me. So we wanted her to rack up some extra hours for PTO so she could take off. So honestly, from my situation, it didn't take that long to get approval through my insurance, and then to have a doctor to have my doctor who's really really awesome, to have him do an approval or have him schedule me, to put me in his schedule. So I hope it's kind of a vague answer, but I really hope that that really answers your question. But you said it even yourself in your question. Everybody is different. Like I said, everybody's insurance. Because the area that my wife works at, she has to do people's insurance, and she's telling me stories how just some insurance companies they'll really help their client, but some insurance companies just really like they drag it along. So I really hope for your situation that that you it goes really really smooth for you, and you get the surgery and everything goes well. I'm really hoping that for you, you know, everything goes well. But I hope that answers your question. If not, let's drop a comment and I'll be definitely be able to reply back to you. But to everybody else, thank you for tuning in. I know it's been long drawn. It sucks. The surgery sucks. I just really hope that I don't get rushed back to work, because I don't know when I'm ready to go back, but I'm really afraid that I'm gonna re-injure my back at work if I go back too soon. And I'm not mentally prepared, obviously physically not prepared to go back to work, and I'm not even thinking about working out at all. I haven't even done a push-up, let alone a sit-up. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. All right, peace.